So, hey everyone, I have a very special guest to introduce you to this week, Nadine Chudoba with Hopeful Healing. How are you today, Nadine?
Great, Shelby. How are you today?
I am doing really well, thank you. So, you and I have had the opportunity to know each other for goodness, it's a couple years now since you joined NGIV. And I've heard you speak. We've had some one-on-ones, and you've just got such an interesting story and what you do that is very unique. While we were last year stuck inside during that, 13 horrible weeks of not being able to go anywhere, you actually did some yoga classes for me online with my virtual group that I was doing. So I know a lot about you, but I know a lot of people don't. So I wanted to introduce you to the world and just kind of have you tell us a little bit about who you are and what Hopeful Healing is and what got you into doing this. And then we'll talk about all of the different amazing things that you do to help people.
Well, thanks so much, Shelby. I really appreciate you taking the time out to let me come on to your wonderful brand new podcast that you have going on, and congratulations for that.
Thank you. Thank
So,
you.
Hopeful Healing started about 17 years ago. I became a Reiki practitioner. My son, unfortunately, was born with a heart defect. And when they tried to do surgical repair, he passed away. And so that left me very confused and challenged with my understanding of the medical field. I had spent 25 years prior to that working in the medical field in the operating room as well as in medical transcription. And so I was so gung-ho and ready for the medical field to take everything to that next level. And when my son did not survive the corrective surgery, it really left me quite challenged. And I needed to understand, so I needed to understand how do you be a human within the scope of Western medicine? Because they've got all the biology, they've got all the physiology, they understand so many things, and they don't understand so many things. And so that kind of opened up my, let's say, my journey into Hopeful Healing. So initially I became a Reiki practitioner. Reiki is an energy healing modality that is very similar to, in Christianity, they say laying on of hands. In other philosophies, they call it energy work. So it's essentially, I'm tuned in like a radio station to kind of send good energy into you. It's very similar to prayer or mantras or that sort of thing. So Reiki was the first thing that helped to bring me to a healing place after the grief of the loss of my son. And it really helped me to understand, how do I be human in this medical world? And gradually I began to study more and more. And when voice recognition technology took over, transcription took a dump. And so I went back to school and got a degree in complementary and alternative health. And essentially what that is the application of Reiki for migraine headaches. It's the science behind yoga, Tai Chi, meditation, Reiki, any energy healing, anything that you would think that is outside of the scope of medicine, but also works within medicine. So that's kind of how I got to where I was. As I was receiving my, going for my degree, as I was going for my degree, I also became certified in many different modalities of health. So personal training, yoga, Tai Chi, group therapy, senior fitness, Silver Fit, Silver Sneakers. So I have a myriad of holistic practices to bring to the table to help you understand your health and bring it back into control.
That is awesome. So I just heard you make mention of seniors. I know that you have a heart for seniors, and you do quite a bunch of different things with them, whether it's in groups or in person. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how you are available to help seniors?
Oh, that's just my passion. Ever since I was an infant, my mother told me I would always go to the oldest person in the room, and not just my grandmother. It was always the great grandmother. So what I have right now is I am with the Lansdale Senior Center, or it's known as the Greater North Penn Harleysville Senior Center. I'm also with several facilities in our area, and that's a passion of mine. I offer something I've created, a class called Chair Yoga. And this is a complete all holistic class. So we do cardiovascular training, we do strength training, flexibility training, and we end with meditation. The ha factor is the good news story, because if you have good news, it can carry you through many medical challenges. Also interlaced with this is medical knowledge and education. So each of these classes every week shifts from, let's say, digestion to cardiovascular system, to the lungs, to the brain. This week, we're actually talking about how exercise is a moving meditation. So I'm bringing all kinds of things into play.
Wow.
But working with seniors, I really tried to help them find health within their diagnosis. You know, the body is going to age. We don't have any choice about
True
that,
story.
right?
Yes.
But what we do have a choice is about how we're going to age and how we're going to live through that life. And that's what's important. And that's where I come into play. Health therapy is an individualized program that I've developed that allows you to take stock of where you are, have a vision of where you want to go, and then we just chart the course together, finding what works and what doesn't work for you. With seniors, though, what I really feel most passionate about is helping them to understand what's happening within them and how to work with it. What's the best way to stand, to bend, to get in and out of your car? What's the best way to breathe? What's the best way to hold your posture when you have a bad back? How do you feel challenged when your knees don't work anymore? Can we find a different way to walk up the steps that doesn't hurt you?
Right.
That's my passion.
So you have different certifications in, I think you called it modality. Like, so chai tea, not chai tea. I like chai tea, but that's not what I meant to say. How do you, what is it? It's
Tai Chi.
Tai Chi.
Tai Chi.
And then what other things do you do?
So I am a yoga instructor and a chair yoga instructor. I also have Tai Chi classes and chair Tai Chi classes. I am a exercise practitioner, so I'm a personal trainer. So I can develop a program for you that works within your health needs and challenges. I have individual and group fitness sessions. I have well-being programs that recognize and enhance your present health. Health therapy and counseling that improves your ability to deal with and cope with your diagnosis. I also offer health and wellness education lectures that are engaging and practical and reflective to help you really shift your behavior patterns. I also really take pride and conscious effort in having compassionate hospice care and end-of-life planning. One of the places that we don't often think about needing help and support is in that hospice part of life. And it can have its positives and it can have control, not necessarily in health as a living, but health as a dying. There is a way to be able to do it well and in the way that feels the best for everyone.
So Nadine, how do people, like, how do you get introduced to people? Are you going, like, for the senior centers, you got a relationship with them and they might have a client or someone that says, oh, you're looking for this, but where else, how are you connecting with people? How do they find you?
That's a great question. Thank you so much for asking. So right now I'm doing a lot of networking. I'm in NGIV, of course, that's helped me to get connected to the Lansdale Senior Center, actually, is how that happened. But word of mouth. It was so interesting. The other day I went to a Rotary Club and I introduced myself and I talked a little bit about what I did. And someone over here said, oh, she helps us with this. And someone over here said, oh, she helps us with that. So, and someone over here, oh yeah, Nadine, we know Nadine through this. And I went, wow, I'm really getting around.
Awesome.
So word of mouth is really it. And I do have a website, hopefulhealing.net. And I can be reached at an email address of health@hopefulhealing.net. Private classes, really by word of mouth, have been traveling. I see private yoga clients, private Tai Chi clients. I have group sessions. So it's just been wonderfully exciting and exponentially growing to connect
Well,
with people.
I think COVID obviously brought everyone back to health. I mean, either in a good way or in a bad way. You know, there was no doubt that you were going to be focusing on your health one way or the other. So you talk about your groups that you're doing. Are these in-person groups? Are they online groups? Are you doing a mixture of both?
Right now, I am mainly virtual. There
Okay.
are a few facilities that are allowing me to come in and instruct there, but only because I'm vaccinated and they're all vaccinated. But right now I'm virtual and I'm looking to get back into classes. However, I have so much success with the seniors really enjoying not having to drive, because some of them that is quite a challenge. So I'm going to kind of, I think, be like everybody else and have like a hybrid. There's going to stay some virtual classes, and then I'm going to branch out back into some at-home classes. On-site classes. I was with Lower Providence Township and offering classes in some of their facilities. I've also offered classes in several YMCAs and in the area.
That's the Silver Sneakers program, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And other fitness classes as well. So I am certified to do a myriad of fitness. But yes, the Silver Sneakers I've taught all over the place. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I'm going to assume that all of your classes are online on your website that you mentioned, hopefulhealing.com.
Net.
.net. Okay,
Hopefully
hopefulhealing.net.
Healing is the net that can hold your health.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Nadine, so I always end with, is there something I should have asked you that I didn't ask you that you want to tell me?
I want to tell you that health is a journey. And Western medicine has taught us for 100 years now that they have the key to us finding our own health. And I don't believe that they've taken everything into consideration. We need to understand that we have our own messages to listen to. We have our own body, our own mind, and our own beliefs and patterns. And Hopeful Healing is a way to bring all of those together to help you understand your best health and highest potential.
Guys, I gotta tell you, every time I spend some time with Nadine, I just get so calm and relaxed, and there's just this presence about you that there's peace, and it's very evident in just how you go about presenting yourself. And Nadine, you are just a lovely human being, and I wanted to introduce you to some of the people in my world. Guys, if you're looking for some peace, you're looking for some health, you're looking for some tweaks, Nadine has been in the industry for a very long time and definitely has the skills and the tools to help you. So I highly recommend. One more time, give out your website and your email and your phone number, or however they want to contact you.
All righty. Thank you so much, Shelby, for taking some time out of your day and helping me work through getting on your podcast. So thank you very much. Yes. And I can be reached at hopefulhealing.net. My website, that is the web address, and my email address is health@hopefulhealing.net. I'm also on LinkedIn as a hopeful healer, if you want to check me out on LinkedIn. And on Facebook, I offer a myriad of information. If you're looking for some health information, some understanding of what I'm all about, check out my Facebook page, Hopeful Healing Health Therapy. Thanks so much, Shelby.
You are so welcome. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week.
Be well.